It takes place on December 4th.
Definitely Miguel Cotto has a technical advantage. He's got better hand speed, better power, better. He really feels that he can break Miguel down physically and mentally. And he's all post pre-fight interviews as he's going to make him cry. He's going to break him down.
A while at least, distort their view of what's going on in the
show. And Margarito just slower with it. His foot speed is just too slow, I think. And Miguel is getting away with it, but I don't know if he can continue to do this because Margarito is stepping up his pace right now.
So far, a lot like the first round.
Very much. Cotto had the advantages in round one. Harold Letterman saw that too. Emmanuel, one thing that
picking and punches off and a lot sharper than I expected. I thought.
A lot of people are wondering how will Margarito's right eye stand up to punishment. Hard right hand, black impact.
Well, he had a serious opportunity,
which he used to throw to the body like no one else, but's gotten away from that in recent years.
Another good left touch the ropes. That's very important.
He's fighting a very small rounds at this pace. So.
Another good cut. Margarito lands an uppercut from distance. That's his best punch. Lands it again, but to Cotto's chest, not to his head. Cotto retaliates with a three. This is a high-energy fight. It's going to take stamina to fight it. Margarito's stamina is legendary.
And so far, Cotto's still giving ground.
That's the closest Cotto's come to the ropes in 2 rounds. But it was up to this fight, and whenever the insults start to fly, there's a lot of hyperbole there. Saying to Margarito, you're chasing him. Cut off the ring. 1, 2, 3. Another thing that Garcia said between rounds is throw.
Knock him up when he gets a little too aggressive. Margarito gets too aggressive.
Cotto's back touched the ropes, but he got away, and now he scores twice more with a left and a right, and he scores again with a left and a right, and he throws a couple of good jabs. And Margarito's grinning, but the bottom line is he's trying to say to Cotto, your punches are not hurting me. What did Margarito's right eye?
There isn't. Cotto said in their first fight, Margarito was landing a lot of good short body shots early in the fight. I haven't seen them so far tonight.
Now, just to remind you, the eye which is bleeding is the eye that Manny Pacquiao beat to a bloody pulp, the eye which was operated on by Dr. Crandall in Salt Lake City, the eye which was the subject of the question of whether Margarito would be licensed. And Cotto has brought blood. And Margarito feels a sense of urgency, perhaps sensing that the fight could be shortened by his eye. And now it's Margarito who's against the ropes, but fighting off the ropes. And Cotto's attacking him because he wants to keep taking advantage of that eye.
And he's giving Margarito chances on the inside here.
It's a fight. Good left hook by Cotto.
But Cotto's fighting as though he doesn't have the same fear of Margarito's punches in their first fight.
Margarito grinning like a jack-o'-lantern as Cotto tries to do surgery on his face. To do, lock up and push it back.
He needs to stand and try to force Margarito back. That's just building as the fight goes on.
And Margarito has enough power still to fight.
Several times. Cotto blocking those shots and locking up with Margarito and pushing back at the end of the round. But the big 49% connect rate in the round. Harold, how do you have it through 3?
Look at it, 3-0, 30-27, Miguel Cotto. Jim, you judge a fight based on what Margarito's got to do is take a step to the right. He's got to cut off. But Margarito doesn't do that. He follows him, he chases him, he doesn't cut off the ring. 3-0.
Cotto counter-punching and effectively so. Margarito trying to corner him against the ropes. Cotto coming closer to getting trapped, but getting away again. And now, as that eye story develops, a couple of notes. Steve Smoger is a referee who is known for allowing fights to go on, allowing fighters to take punishment, giving them the chance to come back. He's not a quick stoppage guy, but he will be consulting with doctors throughout the fight. And the New York State Athletic Commission has reportedly brought in an extra doctor, an eye surgeon, and that eye surgeon is at ringside for the specific purpose of monitoring Antonio Margarito's right eye. So he's already got something to look at, as Cotto has done the damage he wanted to do early.
And here you see Cotto just did something he didn't do in the first fight, which is use his leverage as the shorter fighter to push the taller guy back.
He ate a couple of uppercuts there, though. That's the punch that hurt him so much the first time around. Cotto lands another left hook. Tony Margarito coming forward, firing.
Even though Miguel is having a clean, effective shot, just looks like Margarito's mentally stronger in the fight. And his confidence is growing each round, even though...
And Cotto seems to be having more of an effect on Margarito to me.
Well, Cotto's a better puncher. I mean, right there, I'm still looking at Miguel can land that powerful left hook. He could
turn Tony Margarito functionally blind in the right eye in their fight. Cotto wants to do the same thing here.
And Margarito defiantly, earlier in the fight, already gestured to his cut eye as though, come on, make it a target. Makes no difference.
Semi-close or whatever. It doesn't seem like he is full.
Why do you say that, Emmanuel?
I'm just looking at it. It looks like it's kind of closed or whatever. It just seems like it's not fully open as much as the left eye at this pace.
That was a good,
especially late in the fight.
Well, let's think Cotto's going to say about that afterward.
That's what we're all looking for. What effect? Cotto doing a lot of moving this round.
Now stands his ground, fires a three-punch combination. Margarito shakes his head, which really means you landed. This is something he never did in the first fight.
And you know what? Cotto's face for the first time to me seems to be a little tell. They'll still land it.
It's okay to give ground if you win the round. Cotto's response to Margarito yelling is to try to land the combination.
Just look at the speed at which Margarito's now coming forward. It's non-stop forward aggression, just like the first fight.
Very much so.
Cotto's got to put something on him to stop him.
As I said earlier, Margarito has no respect for Miguel, even though Miguel is one of the best punchers I have ever trained. For whatever reason, Margarito has no respect for his punching power.
Cotto digs in with one of those hooks to the body he used to throw. He could change that maybe, Emmanuel.
Yes.
But in the first fight, guys, Margarito won 2 rounds on 1 scorecard in the first 5 and 1 on...
And broken before.
Power shots in the 5th round. Cotto 16 out of 29. Margarito 15 out of 36.
And Emmanuel, it looked like he didn't know where Cotto was. Why doesn't Cotto go to Margarito's body, Emmanuel? He doesn't want to bend and face the uppercut? What is it?
I don't understand either, but that's his best punch. His left hook, well, his left hook to the body out to the head is tremendous, but he's punching, but he's moving back as soon as he lands his punches now. And Margarito is behind on points, but definitely it's closing the gap now as the fight moves into the second half.
There goes the short Margarito uppercuts on the inside.
2 more shots to Margarito's right eye, though, by Cotto's left hand. It's a weird transformation in Cotto's career. 4 years ago, he was the best body left hooker in boxing. Now he seems almost never to throw that punch. Another left hook to the eye.
I can't think of a better punch to slow a guy down.
Any other punch?
You know, Miguel Cotto's 2 fights I was with him, he didn't get any sweat on the cuts, but for the most part, he swells very easy. In his facial tissues also. You got to...
Cotto's spitting blood, and Margarito landed 2 devastating body punches to Cotto's. A lot of pressure from Margarito.
There's also a lot of blood coming from his face. So he better pressure.
And look how fast Cotto has to retreat.
do you have it through 6?
Look at you, 59-55, 5 rounds to 1, Miguel Cotto. The fight running away. The answer is Miguel Cotto is winning this fight running away. Because Jim, he's running. I mean, I gotta say it, he's running, but he's winning the fight. Stopping, landing clean, hard, effective shots. Antonio Margarito, just like Emmanuel said, he's not really landing those clean, hard, effective shots that Miguel Cotto is. Cotto's landed the shots that win rounds. 5-1, Miguel Cotto.
This is where the fight turned the first time, guys. 7th round.
Hard right hand by Margarito.
Yep, same kind of
shot
shots.
of the night.
Left uppercut.
Little left uppercuts, straight right hands.
Good left by Cotto. 3-punch combination. Finished with a left hook. Body shot by Margarito.
Getting to the point where Miguel is on the borderline of boxing good, almost making him run. And that's exactly what
Margarito's fast start to the round. It's Cotto landing all the clean.
he's physical every chance he gets. He's
That's
getting
the
close
big change from what he did last time. And Cotto gets in a right hand.
at the stage.
Comedy box
Margarito's put
numbers
a
in
lot
7.
of pressure on him.
Cotto 24 out of 48, 50%. Margarito 18 of his power shots in the round. Accurate punching by Cotto, and his accuracy's going up now as Margarito's eye stays closed. Cotto. Doing much to get in their way. Good combination by Cotto.
You see some of the qualities that made him successful. Dogged determination.
This is when Miguel should load up on some shots right there in that position. This is when he's the most effective.
He landed a little left hook and a right hand over the top while Cotto was digging to his body. Excuse me, Margarito was digging to his body. Margarito still stalking. Cotto stands his ground and rips him with a left hook to the chin. Although the geography of the fight is very similar to the first. Keep going forward. For a moment there, it wasn't certain.
Say whatever you want about Margarito, and I just said his punches, for some reason, not as effective tonight as they were the first time, but this guy's got a ton of heart.
Well, Miguel is moving, and by this time he was starting to stay in the ropes more the first fight. He's steadily moving and changing directions. Margarito cannot get a stationary target to punch at.
Margarito's willing to sacrifice his health, obviously, to try to win a fight. In the first fight, how Cotto seemed to want the fight to be over, and Margarito couldn't wait to come out for each round. I think that
Get his leverage and load up with those wicked left hooks to the body and to the head.
fight, Cotto said, no, I'm not. And that's one of maybe Cotto's advantages here. Pacquiao, as soon as Cotto started to hit it, it started to close. Cotto didn't sustain the same kind of damage against Pacquiao because he knew when to throw in the towel.
Body shot and a left hook upstairs from Cotto. And another left hook. He's fighting a far different fight now than he was fighting in round 9 of the first fight. Pushing Margarito into the ropes.
This is where he should fight, right here.
This is a new dynamic.
Yeah, because Margarito cannot punch that effective with short punches as compared to Miguel.
Another ripped left hook for Cotto. 20,000 Puerto Ricans come to their feet as Cotto hammers Margarito with another left to the eye.
No golpe, no golpe. Timbra, timbra.
We're 3/4 of the way through.
Stop it, Doc. He said stop it. Sorry, said to stop it.
It's over. It's over.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fight comes to an end. Referee Steve Smoger calls a halt, acting on the advice of the physician at ringside. It ends after 10 rounds, the winner by TKO victory. And still, WBA Super Welterweight Champion of the World, El Boricua de Puerto Rico, Miguel Ángel